Hello traders, this is Steve Miley, the market chartist for FX Explained, and today we're going to be looking at a couple of the more significant European stock indices, the equity averages. Going to kick off in here with the German benchmark average, the DAX. We're looking at the future on the DAX in here, and the market popped to a new cycle high. We've been, since this big rally we had, so we had the big rally through early November. That was driven initially by the Biden bounce, and then that last leg of the rally, that one there that took us up to this peak just below 13,300 in here, that was driven by the Pfizer announcement, the first vaccine announcement. Since then the market's popped higher on a number of occasions, as we've had the Moderna announcement, as we've had then the Astra Zeneca Oxford University announcement, but unable to break above that Pfizer peak. But then in the last 24 hours we've managed to push above there, having been very resilient and sideways over the past 1.5-2 weeks in here, holding on to even minor support around above 12,900, and the market repeatedly bouncing also more recently from above 13,000. Now we pushed to this new recovery high yesterday above 13,300. That's certainly a positive. The market did dip back from that, but then overnight again we're higher. We're being driven higher overnight in here by the fact that Janet Yellen yesterday evening was appointed by Joe Biden as his Treasury Secretary. That's seen as a positive, and also by the looks at the transition of power in the United States. The presidential transition of power is starting. Trump has given the go-ahead for that to begin, and that process is underway. So the market's certainly liking that as well. So that's all seen as a positive. On top of the fact that we had some positive news from Astra Zeneca Oxford University again yesterday on the potency of their vaccine. So all of this in here certainly keeping global markets firm, and we've had a particular strength in here from the European equity markets, leading the way, making these new recovery highs above the peaks in here from November. So as I say, the DAX up to here. Now we've got these levels over here now in the crosshairs, 13,339, this peak in here from September, and then the actual early September cycle high at 13,461, and above there would then certainly re-energize bullish pressure. So those are upside threats to these targets over here, certainly into the middle of this week, maybe even into today, and then certainly going through late November, potentially even higher. Similar story in here. We're going to go to the Euro Stoxx in here now. This is the Pan-European Equity Index, again popping higher above that peak at 34.95 that we posted in here. Now that was actually on the Moderna, that was last week, early last week on the Moderna results, made a new high there, and then a new high already this week on Monday up to 35.04. You notice as well when we went sideways in here, we did break this trend line, but this is kind of a horizontal break of a trend line. You can see more about trend lines in our article. The link's below the video in here. See the article on trend lines and trends in here. But I think what's important in here is the market went sideways through this trend line and didn't accelerate lower. When a market then breaks a trend line and can't build on that, the bears can't take charge, then that's a signal then that potentially the bullish theme and the bullish trend is going to continue. So the market breaking the trend line, no reaction in here. In fact, anything, the reaction as it went sideways through the trend line was the market then eventually went back higher in here. So underlying bullish theme here as well. 35.04 is the more recent high. If we zoom out in here, going to go to the daily chart, you can see there's some important resistances much further up in here from March, and these are going to be higher targets, 36.79, 37.50. So those are going to be the higher targets into the end of this month, and then going forward into December, into the end of the year. But for now in here, we're certainly focusing on upside pressures to retest yesterday's high at 35.04, and then resistance targets above there. I'm going to wish you all a great trading day. Please do stay safe out there, and I'll be back with you very soon. This has been Steve Miley, the market chartist for FX Explained. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you like what you've seen, please do hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, as always, have a great trading day.